Once upon a time, in a little town called Peppa Town, there lived a sweet little pig named Peppa. Peppa loved nothing more than to play and have fun with her friends and family. One day, Peppa woke up to a bright and sunny day. She looked out the window and saw that the ground was covered in a thick layer of mud. Peppa's eyes lit up with excitement. She loved nothing more than jumping in muddy puddles and getting nice and dirty. As soon as she finished breakfast, Peppa ran outside and put on her boots. She ran to the nearest muddy puddle and jumped right in, splashing and laughing as the cool, muddy water covered her legs. Peppa's little brother George joined in the fun, splashing and laughing alongside his sister. Their friend Susie Sheep came by and asked if she could join in the muddy puddle fun. Peppa and George happily invited Susie to join them, and the three of them spent the morning jumping in muddy puddles and having a great time. As the morning turned into afternoon, Peppa and her friends began to get tired. They decided to take a break and have a picnic in the park. Peppa's mom packed them all a delicious lunch of sandwiches, fruit, and cookies. As they ate, Peppa told her friends all about her love for muddy puddles. She told them about the time she had spent an entire day jumping in puddles with her friends and how much fun it had been. Susie and George listened with wide eyes and big smiles, excited to have even more muddy puddle adventures in the future. After lunch, Peppa and her friends decided to play a game of tag. They ran and chased each other through the park, laughing and having a great time. But as they ran, they couldn't help but notice that there were no muddy puddles to jump in. Disappointed, Peppa and her friends sat down on a bench to rest. Just as they were about to give up hope of finding any muddy puddles, Peppa spotted something in the distance. It was a huge muddy puddle, just waiting for them to jump in. Peppa and her friends ran as fast as they could towards the muddy puddle. They splashed and played until they were completely covered in mud. As the sun began to set, Peppa and her friends headed home, tired but happy after a day full of muddy puddle fun. As they walked through the door, Peppa's mom asked how their day had been. Peppa grinned from ear to ear and told her mom all about their adventures in the muddy puddles. Peppa's mom smiled and shook her head, but she couldn't help but laugh at the sight of her muddy little pig. She gave Peppa a hug and told her that as long as she was having fun and being safe, it was okay to have a little bit of muddy fun every now and then. Peppa went to bed that night with a big smile on her face, already looking forward to the next time she could go jump in some muddy puddles with her friends.